See, I didn't get into teaching for the promotions or the pension plans or so I could get to the golf course by 3:45. I did it because I wanted to help you kids.
On to the next movie. I just finished watching Recess, School's Out. Now, this is one, I'm not gonna lie, I'd forgotten about it, and I was like trying to figure out movies to do this month, and I stumbled across it, and I was like, oh my goodness. When I was watching it, I didn't really remember it until I got to the part where they did like a flashback to the 70s, and then the whole movie came back to me. Like, I had definitely forgotten about this movie, and I just used to watch Recess, the show, when I was a kid, so I remember when this movie came out, and I believe it was like 2001. It was like the closest thing ever, like, oh my goodness, they have a movie! And so we were really excited to watch it. And one thing, watching it now, the soundtrack in this movie is bomb. Like, oh my god, I was like jamming on to the songs, and I was like, oh, so soundtrack, whoever was on that for this movie, y'all killed it. And honestly, has this movie still held up? It's kind of more a kids movie. Like, it definitely, I would say, is entertaining for an adult, but it's definitely geared towards kids. Like, occasionally there's like stuff for adults to like be like, haha, that's funny. But yeah, it's definitely very kids oriented. I think I had forgotten that the whole Recess gang was like in elementary school. I think they just finished 4th grade and we're going to 5th grade in this movie. And it's just, I don't know, it just brought back all the memories. Or about halfway into the movie, I was like, oh my goodness, because that's when the 70s scene popped up. And that used to be my favorite part back in the day. I don't know why, but I used to love that scene. And back, it always cracked me up too, how you have the principal, and then you have the villain guy, and then you have, now I can't think of her name either, but like the old teacher lady, how they all like went to teaching school together. And it cracks me up because I feel like the lady they've made her look so old compared to the other two, even though they're all there at the same time. And the teacher lady had something going on with the villain back in the day in the 70s, and just how they made them look now cracks me up every time I watch it. I was like, y'all did her dirty. But yeah, it was definitely for kids, but it was such a good nostalgia movie to watch because I honestly do not think I've watched this movie since I was a kid, and I honestly did not remember a lot about it until about halfway when my scene happened, and it like unlocked memories to me. And so basically this movie, they're out of school for the summer, and TJ is he's like the head of the Recess gang, and he's the only kid that is not going to camp over the summer. Everyone else is gone, but he's stuck in his town, and he just happens to be riding his bike one day, and he sees stuff going on at their school, and he's like, no one's supposed to be there, what's going on? So basically then TJ ends up getting all the kids to come back from camp to help them save their school, essentially, because the villain, which the villain did not make sense in this, but it was kids movie. His goal is to hit the moon to like alter how it revolves around the earth, and in doing that he wants to make it snow all year long, that way summer vacation can be canceled, because he's like, his big thing ever since the 70s was he wants to cancel recess because he's like, it affects test scores. Kids are more productive when they don't have recess, was his whole thing. And the kids are like, oh no, no, the teachers at the school come and they protect against this villain, and they're like, nah, y'all ain't getting rid of my summer break. Or so yeah, this is definitely a movie that took me back, and I'd honestly forgotten about it. And yeah, it's definitely, I would say, if you have like a little one, if you have kids, watch it. Like, it'll bring back your memories, but this isn't one that I would just say you go watch as an adult by yourself.
This has been another episode of Real Talk with Noelle.